What's going on, everybody? Eric Lindquist at Stokastic here on the OddsShopper channel, coming to you with the Thursday night football of Why the Hell Are the Jets Playing Again edition of Lindy's Lanes, Likes, and Locks. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell goes a long way for me on this video, goes a long way for you. That way you become apprised whenever great content is going live here at our little neck of the YouTube woods. Why are we getting... Can we just flex some Jets primetime games out of here? They get the London game. They get primetime game after primetime game after primetime game. We've had to watch them lose and be lethargic, get completely destroyed by the Steelers and the 49ers, and just so much crap all season long. And now, happy Thursday, everybody. Nice low total. It's actually a little bit higher total than I was actually expecting from this one, although there is no play on that one. There are a lean like lock though in this one. Here's how it works if it's your first time joining. Don't deal with me being ridiculous on the front end. Lean, that's something I'm thinking about betting, something I'm paying very close attention to. A like, that is going to be around a half unit, and lock, that's going to be around 1 unit play. On single game showdown type slates where it's just one game going on a Thursday night or on a Monday night or a Sunday night, you can tone down that lock a little bit if need be, but I feel pretty confident about this one, and we'll talk about the ins and outs of why that is. We're going to be going to a prop that we are shorting. Very excited to talk to you about this under because, well, we got some stuff that's going on for the Houston side of things. Yes, Houston. Shout out CJ Stroud. This game's going to suck. Anyway, tails, we're going to be betting it. Lindy 50 if you want to join in. And if there's anything else that pops up, anytime touchdown bets, I don't have any of those here on the card. If I add a spread or a total or anything else that's going to change, plus MLB, it looks like the Yankees are about to roll this into a Game 6 in LA, so that's going to be fun. MLB continues on its merry way, as well as the NBA, of course. Check out NBA Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks every Monday through Friday. 50% off right now. November 1st is the last day to sign up using promo code Lindy50. So take advantage, daily picks, and the Discord. Come hang with some sharp people, and I'll be a ringleader. I'll be out there kicking it. Enough talking on the front end. Producer Jacob, hi. Let's get to the picks. Oh, good. Aaron Rodgers in primetime. Houston plus 1.5 taking on the Jets here. I don't even know what to tell you. I mean, this is just as disgusting as it gets. We have so many pieces of injury news. And actually, my sheet just decided to shut off at the most inopportune time. But you know what? No excuses. Play like a champion. I can't remember what rule that is from Wedding Crashers, but, rule number whatever. Make sure your relative has a pulse. If you're going to name drop somebody, make sure they have a pulse. That's what it is. Anyway, we got ourselves 1.5 points that you're hanging with the Houston side. And the major news of the week for them, it's a bummer. It's a bummer. Stephon Diggs, torn ACL. Formerly of my Minnesota Vikings, he pulled off the Minneapolis Miracle, so he'll always have a special place in my heart. Almost got arrested that day. Fun fact. And actually, he wasn't even like at a bar, didn't even get in a fight. Just screamed like a little child off my balcony. It was very terrifying because, well, I felt bad after the fact. It was really cool when it happened. Anywho, shout out the Saints. Shout out Marcus Lattimore for not tackling. But as we are looking at this, Jets, my God. Aaron Rodgers, again, primetime. Devontae Adams. Guess we'll start breaking it down. As you start breaking it down, you got on the Houston side of things, Xavier Hutchinson of my Iowa State Cyclones. Tank Dell is probably going to be playing the slot exclusively. I do think they should bring Robert Woods into the slot for a couple and try Tank Dell out wide. However, when you have a guy like Sauce Gardner, who's lined up out wide 414 times and only 15 times in the slot, probably feels pretty good to get Tank Dell into that slot as much as possible if he's going to be your go-to guy. And I think CJ Stroud, John Mechie is going to be somebody who rotates in probably an uncomfortable amount if we're going to be dead honest with things here. But the injury news doesn't just end there, because if you go through everything on the Texans side, Nico Collins still going to be out for this one. We're waiting another week or two till he shows up. Jimmy Ward at the safety position, Jarrett Patterson, Al-Shaair, Jimmy Ward, Damian Pierce at the running back position, backup running back. God, it's just disturbing. Plus, you definitely have CJ Stroud, who's lost some efficiency. I mean, the guy's played 2 games less than 200 yards now without Nico Collins. And Stephon Diggs, it's just been short, quick little runners, quick little bursts. Not even sure what we're supposed to be looking at here, but I think the 3 wide receiver rotation is very clear cut. You're going to get Tank Dell. He's going to be your number 1. Xavier Hutchinson, probably your number 2, and Robert Woods, your number 3. But I have to say, I'm nervous I'm nervous for Houston in this one, taking on a Jets defense that I still value very, very highly with Reed and Gardner, with a number of pass rushers that can potentially start getting there. Williams and Sherwood, they've been doing a better job here against the run. But both these teams are worse against the spread than you could possibly imagine. 3-5 are the Texans. Jets are 2-6. You can't possibly go in on a play on the spread here, right? Well, I'm thinking about the Jets, and it makes me so nauseous. I actually have this closer to the 3 mark here, where the Jets should be laying 2.5. And a number of books, they are laying the 2.5. There are 1.5s that linger, though, and that's why it's on the side of your screen. BetMGM, shout them out for having it. I'm entertaining the money line and the -1.5, but I repeat, how many times can we watch one team offensively have all the weapons? Aaron Rodgers get everything that he's asked for, and then just run into a buzzsaw time and time again. Plus, the Jets really do have to shut down Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon should be the featured guy of this entire game for Houston. I know Tank Dell will be somebody that they're going to have to do some interesting things, I think, on the Jets side, but considering how good DJ Reed is, he's not really going on slot cornerbacks either, for what it's worth. You probably are going to see Quincy Williams have to help out quite a bit, and he's not very good in terms of run defense, pass rush defense, but coverage grade pretty darn good. 10th out of the 74 linebackers here in football. Probably bringing Isaiah Oliver out there in as well from Colorado. It's going to be an interesting one. However, let's start getting some plays, shall we, here? Because if you like the Jets, you gotta like Aaron Rodgers with his back against the wall to some extent, 2-6 with his best friend back. I gotta tell you, I hate this game so much, but I played this, so whatever. Aaron Rodgers plus 120, 0.4 units to win, 0.5 units. Right around that. It's just short of 0.5 units, whatever. To throw 2 touchdown passes. This is a Texans defense that is going to try to pass rush, try to get after it a little bit with Anderson and Hunter. And shout out Daniel Hunter. I mean, I miss this guy big time up in Minnesota. He's been a stud. And Will Anderson Jr., last year's Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year, that is. He's been just as good of an edge rusher here this season. And he's awesome in coverage when asked to do things. And he's probably going to have to help out, sag back, potentially, bang up Adams in the slot at some point in time. So lots of different stuff that Will Anderson can do. He is such a Swiss Army knife on defense. Gotta love what he's doing. As for Derek Stingley there, he's lining up out wide all the time as well. More than likely, they're going to just put Wilson somewhere, where he can avoid Stingley and try to go more towards Kamari Lassiter. He's a rookie out of Georgia who has some potential, but so far lining out exclusively out wide as well, and just 49th out of 110, just an average corner. Garrett Wilson should have a decent enough spot here, but Aaron Rodgers, he likes to vulture these. Breece Hall touchdowns, lots of ways that you could look at Aaron Rodgers at plus money as an advantageous thing against Houston, considering this total. Before we get to the lock, before we really get out of this football game here, I just want to tell you about Bet365. It's a great opportunity for you to sign up. Bet 5, get $200 in bonus bets. There are 11 states where it is currently available. They're on your screen right now. Pennsylvania is the newest of them. It's been in Colorado and Iowa and Arizona now for quite some time. North Carolina, come on and raise up, take your shirt off, twist around your head, spin it like a helicopter, and then we'll get to the lock here. But this is Bet365. Bet 5, get yourself $200 in bonus bets, only if you're 21 and over. If you have a gambling problem, please call or text 1-800-GAMBLER to the lock. We go. All right, this is the play that I'm the most confident in here. Obviously, the Aaron Rodgers one, it's a little bit of a sweetener, if you will, there. Just a small play for me. Don't go completely nuts on it here, but this one is a full unit play now for me at this point. Ended up getting enough down here on it. Dalton Schultz. I think a lot of people are going to artificially inflate it, and it looks like it kind of was artificially inflated this entire week, sitting at 44.5, sitting at 42.5, sitting at 40.5 at a number of books now. I like the under a lot. As you go through the box score here for the Jets against the tight end position, we're talking the entire tight end position, not just one individual. The first 4 weeks of the season against the 49ers, Titans, Patriots, and Broncos, they didn't allow 40 yards or over 40 yards. They allowed 40 on the number to the 49ers, but didn't allow over 40 yards in a single game. Now, against the Vikings, only 31 yards there and 2 targets. 63 there against the Bills. Shout out Dalton Kincaid. And, well, we can all agree that Josh Allen's better than most. And as for the Steelers, finally found ways to really capitalize on that. The Jets, they were in come from behind mode, 60 yards there as well. But I'm pretty confident that they're going to make the adjustments, knowing that there are two guys for Houston to stop on the Houston side of things. That is Tank Dell out of the slot. Any way that you can rough him up at the line of scrimmage, trying to get him off of track, they're going to do it. And then Dalton Schultz. This is your tried and true guy, and I'm just surprised that we're seeing this type of a number. I don't love it. I really don't understand how he gets north of 40 here in this spot specifically. I think that there's lots of issues here. And yes, they do have Laramie Tunsil out there. I like him. He's been at a left tackle here, it feels like, since 1994 in the National Football League. But CJ Stroud, Joe Mixon, those are the two guys that if they're going to win a football game, they're going to win it through those two. Tank Dell potentially as well. But Dalton Schultz, I love this under. He has not been the same kind of guy this season, and I don't see them intertwining him more as a result of Stephon Diggs being out here, and they just need Nico Collins back so bad to really stretch this field and open things up. But until then, good luck. Super low passing props for a reason, but Dalton Schultz under 42.5. I've got him closer to 32. So fire that up. All right, let's get out of here. And that does it for a Thursday night edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. What a game. Head to that comment section below. Let me know if there's anything you're shorting on this lovely Thursday night football game. Don't really have anything else to say about this one. Can't wait for the Sunday main slate. That is for sure. Till next time, I'm Eric Lindquist. Thank you, producer Jacob. Check out Tails. Check out Bet365. I'm Eric Lindquist. Best of luck in the NFL streets on Thursday night.